So hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I
tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end it doesn't even matter.
human beings, I have one simple question for you. Why, oh why does it have to be like this? Why don't you people listen? We haven't seen our family in months, so we can save yours. We're risking our lives so we can save your loved ones. But you still go out without a mask. You still make crazy conspiracies that this virus doesn't exist. I know that this exists because I've seen people fighting for their lives. But unfortunately, not everyone made it. Not everyone made it. I lost a patient today. And I didn't just lose a patient. I lost my dearest friend. You think that if you get sick, you will get healed and that you don't care. But who do you think heals you? You don't heal yourself. We heal you. We have to go through more stress and more days without seeing our loved ones just because you were mature enough to not follow the health protocols and made rules and conspiracies for yourself. How selfish is that? We stay at work for you, so please, I'm begging you, stay at home, wear masks, follow the health protocols for us. We've been working 24/7 for you, but you're still ungrateful. Why, oh why does it have to come to this? More and more people are getting infected, which means more and more work. Some of my colleagues have caught the virus and they cannot work, so that means less doctors and nurses, more patients. I don't care if you're sick of staying inside your home for so long and go out and not physical distance. But we are sick and tired of having all this stress, but you don't see us leaving, do you? You throw a fit inside a store for having to wear masks saying, I have a condition. If you have a condition, then why don't you stay home so you won't get sick? Because clearly, you will not survive it. Even the poor store workers have to put up with your complaints. If you have a condition, then order your groceries or send someone to buy them for you. This is the reason why some schools have opened and some schools are considering opening. If you didn't know, public schools are closed. Everything is closed. Young students are influenced by your maturity and go out and not attend online classes. Keep in mind that not looking at this pandemic seriously, you can affect others' lives, not only yours. I praise those who social distance and wear masks because they are smart enough to know that this isn't a game. I have to go now because I have patients to heal.
It starts with one. All I know. So unreal. Watch you go. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before.
Things aren't the way they were before. Things are not like they were before. Things are not like they were before. My dearest world. It is approximately 2:45 p.m. The sun is piercing my awfully pale skin as it's a fine summer afternoon on June 30th, 1970. If I'm being honest, not much has changed since the last you've heard of me. The month after I arrived home through Operation Dynamo. Back when I was naive, when I was scattered, when I was so stupid. But I've noticed that the title I've given you has grown to be fallacious. You see, to so lovingly refer to you as my dearest perpetuates the most absurd of notions, that you are indeed kind. It's not in my interest to enter the trap of cynicism, but I suppose speaking to you, instead of just writing it down, makes these words all the more demoralizing. But in the last 30 years, I noticed something about war, dearest friend. It feeds the fear of one's own nature. This fear seeps into your ears, goes out through your nose, and comes back into your mouth as you swallow your very own words. No veteran understands why we are afraid of our own shadow. But of course, what spider understands arachnophobia? The day you realize we're all responsible for humanity is the day your freedom is shattered before you. For freedom can simply not thrive when you've seen the unseen. To fear oneself puts you in captivity, caged like a canary. It's funny, I hold so much inside of who I am that I knew I would either go to be a fool or a poet. Now that I've become the latter, I finally realized that all the wars I ever fought are futile, especially the ones with myself. Not to be irrational, but do you ever wonder if the clouds get into quarrels or hold unnecessary grudges against one another? When two clouds part to reveal a magnificent streak of life, maybe they're in the midst of resolving a conflict. And so, the heavens opens as a sign that chaos is not uncomprehensibly human, but also outworldly. I'd like to believe that. I'd like to put the blame on something greater than myself. It's the only way I'll be free.
Watch you go. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it doesn't even matter. Feel the spark, don't let it burn. We all want, we all yearn.
I have a feeling that I've found myself struggling to describe, but in my best efforts, I will try to explain. It is the same as when I leave lines of poetry undone, letting them merely exist, volatile through, just hoping they'll write themselves. The words intangible and only existing within me, and my blank page always glares back at me. And with every heartbeat, my desire pulsates. And I cannot stand it any longer. It really is such a mess to find that the artist has lost their art. Yet, it is so perfectly draining. It is so perfectly draining to be lost. The only problem I have with that is deciding whether or not I want someone to come find me. It begs the question, is it really just me? Is it really just me alone? Despite the aching pit of melancholy that might bring someone, the more I think about it, the more the thought, it brings me comfort. We feel so obliged to stick to the arbitrary meanings we impose upon ourselves, writing things in their own agencies when in reality they give no deeper meaning. To me, however, all I can hear is this question. Despite all the people I've met, all the brief connections I've had, our paths intertwining with threads so tough but so delicate to snap. In the end, who will really know me? Will there ever be someone I can tell all the bad things I've done and they'll love me all the same? Maybe I am the one to fill that role. Maybe I am the only one who will ever really know me. I mean, for all I know, I'll be stuck with me for eternity. And maybe, for the first time, I am at peace with that. Perhaps I am comfortably lost. I'm not hiding, and I don't need you finding me.
As the storms progress, simmering in darkness and cruelty, they begin to surround me. They whirl around me. I will give up. I will give up. I must give up. No. I will not suffer anymore. I hate these winds. I hate them. I hate you. Oh, you storms full of darkness and evil within. Why are you surrounding me? Do you want me to give up? Is that what you want? Is that what you want from me? Oh, storms, forces of Mother Nature that are soaking me in cold rain. Don't waste your time, as I have made a decision not to suffer anymore. A decision not to give into your trap. Suddenly, two paths present themselves. Where should I go? Which path should I choose? Yes, I choose to follow the path hidden behind the storm. I choose the mindset which suggests that the storm is not such a bad thing, but rather a lesson from which we can benefit. Do I even have the power over what happens? I stand unable to control my movements, and I realize I have no control over what happens. However, it is my duty to make the best of what I have. In a moment, I become paralyzed. Suddenly, you wind stopped. Oh, what a joy! I am astonished by the sudden light that flashes in my eyes. As humans, like to think of life as a sequence of events, all leading up to our death. But is this really true? I disagree. Life is more than just a series of occurrences, but rather how we react to them. This idea implies that any event can be experienced differently. What is that bright light I noticed behind the storm? It must be the right way. So I follow it. I realize that someone might look at the storms as a sign of failure or danger. On the other hand, a completely different mindset could imply that the storm is a crucial experience that would lead up to more knowledge of what could happen. I have made my choice. I am going to turn the storms into power. I hold the power in my hands as I feel its energy, its strength. I can feel the electricity traveling through my veins. Hence, I begin using the storms to my advantage. It is a fact that the storms would make a crucial change, but I decide whether that would be positive or negative. Progress is impossible without change, meaning that any change can be used to your advantage.
Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. And just like that, I begin using the storms to my power. I walk right past the storms and continue to follow the path hidden behind.
They're sleeping. As a candle, it's my duty to shine a light through darkest of nights. I'm here to lead the way, to thrive through every mournful night and every pale morning. I provide hope, no fear, for those who fear the light must be mistaken. I wake up each night, see things of my own, and watch the pain of others. Once the night has come, I'm blown away, and my spot is gone. The more you use me, the weaker I get. The weaker I get, the dimmer my light gets. The dimmer my light gets, the more I get sick. Lock me in your basement, leave me untouched. Or keep me beside you to bring a heartwarming smile on your face. My wax may be hot, but trust me, the scars will teach you a lesson. No matter how long I last, no matter how long it takes for me to wear out, I will always be in your heart, warming you with my flame. The time has come for me to let go. Goodbye, my fellow friends. It is always a long, heartwarming adventure.
Dear audience, thank you very much for your attention. Instead of giving us an applause, I want you to have a moment of silence for people who lost their battle with COVID-19.
I don't believe in an interventionist God. But I know, darling, that you do. But if I did, I would kneel down and ask him not to intervene when it came to you. Well, not to touch a hair in your head, leave you as you are. If he felt he had to direct you, then direct you into my arms. Into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms. And I don't believe in the existence of angels. But looking at you, I wonder if that's true. But if I did, I would summon them together and ask them to watch over you. Well, to each burn a candle for you, to make bright and clear your path, and to walk like Christ in grace and love and guide you into my arms. Into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms. But I believe in love, and I know that you do too. And I believe in some kind of path that we can walk down, me and you. So keep your candles burning, make a journey bright and pure, that you'll keep returning always and evermore. Into my arms,